Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 11, the universal form, text 32 onwards. So Arjun had described earlier what all he see in the universal form, and he was really afraid. He forgot all his friendship with Krishna. He's saying, I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So Krishna will speak. Shri Bhagwan Vacha Kalo Asmi Lokshaya Krit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartum E Pravritta Rite Api Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Yavasthita Pratyanikeshu Yodha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, Kalo Asmi, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. All the soldiers on both sides, with the Pandava side or Kaurav side. It's the biggest war actually in the history of mankind. Biggest war. And everybody was killed. And on top of it, because they were killed in front of Krishna in the battlefield, they all went back to Vaikuntha. That's the mercy of the Lord. Whether they were envious of Pandavas or whether they were friendly to Pandavas. But because they were killed in front of Krishna in the battlefield, they all got liberated. That's amazing. Although Arjun knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmins, as stated in the Kat Upanishad. Yasya Brahma cha kshatram cha ubhe bhavata odana mrityo yasyo pashechanam ka itha ved yatra saha. Eventually, all the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. Well, not like a meal means eaten. And Krishna is not personally going to eat away. He says, Kalo Asmi. With time, everything is destroyed. This form of the Supreme Lord is an all-devouring giant. And here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjun was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita only, right? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam. So that is his purpose of taking avatar. And in this incarnation, Krishna, he killed many demons. Jarasandha's army 17 times. Krishna Balram killed the whole army. But now he thought, why should I go around the world looking for all these demons? Let me assemble them at one spot, Kurukshetra. kill them all. Of course, his killing is also mercy, or like Vallabhacharya said in one of his bhajans, it's madhuram. Everything that he does is madhuram, sweet. Of course, the one who is dying, he doesn't think it is sweet, but it is sweet for him because he will be liberated. But the point is, that was his plan for everyone, to kill everybody, to kill all the asuras. So he collected them in Kurukshetra. Now, if Arjun doesn't fight, they are still going to be killed. So the point is, later on, he said, you kill them and take the credit, take the glory. Death could not be checked, even if it did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. Tasmatvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitta shatrun bhungshu rajyam samviddham maya vete nihatah purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Very, very important shloka, actually. Krishna has already made all the plans, all the arrangements, all the decisions were made. But he wanted Arjun to take the credit, get the glory, enjoy the flourishing kingdom. Means Arjun should not have any doubts of his winning. But he still has to do the work. O Sabyasachi, you can be an instrument in the fight, can be but an instrument in the fight. So he's only an instrument, tool, nimitta matra. So many important instructions. Let's see what Prabhupada says first. Sabyasachi refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjun is addressed as an expert warrior, capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. So just become an instrument, nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. No, everything is planned, everything is controlled. All we have to do is do our duties properly. That's all. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have the domineering mentality, means controlling mentality, which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. As long as we have this controlling, domineering mentality. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. But did he want it? No. It was to destroy all the demonic forces. He had to arrange it. But again, the credit of this war does not go to Krishna that he planned it. No, it was the both sides and their karma decided the war to be happened. So that is where Gandhari was wrong when she cursed Krishna. Of course, that was also plan of Krishna, that he wanted to finish off his Yadav dynasty and send them back also. Gandhari said, you could have stopped the war. But it was already decided based on the desires and karmas of Kauravas. So the war was planned based on their desires and karmas. And they were going to be killed. That Krishna had already decided. And he just wanted Arjun, a devotee, his devotee, to take the glory of winning the war. That's also his mercy, his love for his devotees. Name Bhakta Pranashyati, he says that earlier. My devotee never perishes, never. So in the whole scheme of things, we can see that whether Mahabharata war, and Mahabharata is a great group of teachings for people in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, obviously, most of us, we don't have that kind of intelligence to understand the Vedas, Upanishads, or access to them, or to live according to them. So Mahabharata being a Puran, all these stories are given. All the teachings are given in nice small stories. So we learn from them, and that's what we can follow. And this is the major teaching from Mahabharata. Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata. And major teaching, become a devotee. Unfortunately, when Prabhupada wrote his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, there were already 700 other commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, except commentaries by Vaishnavacharyas. None of them speak about devotional service to Krishna, except Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. And the essence would be devotional service. So if the commentator doesn't speak like that, what about the person who reads it? What will he understand? Hardly anything. So that's an unfortunate situation. People don't know what Bhagavad Gita is all about. Here he clearly is saying, because Arjun is his devotee, he had said that earlier, that I'm giving you this knowledge. And now he's saying, you're going to win, they all are going to die, you just fight according to my plan, and you will be victorious and get the glory, enjoy the flourishing kingdom. What else anybody can ask for? A Kshatriya, for him, what else he can ask for? And as a Kshatriya, he couldn't take the kingdom back by begging. He had to fight the war to win the kingdom back. And Krishna is giving everything on a platter to his devotees. Of course, for being a devotee, or not for being a devotee, they had to go through plenty. So that's always there. Tests for devotees are always there. But that test is not to test their genuinity. The test is to increase their devotion for Krishna, to increase their faith in Krishna. Like Pandavas, 12 years of exile and then 1 year of incognito. That was big test, very, very big test. They lost the kingdom, they lost their glory, they were insulted. Draupadi he tried to disrobe Draupadi. She was Maharani. She was Yudhishthira Maharaj's wife. He was Chakravarti Samrat. And she was Maharani. And they lost everything in one day, in one game of dice. But they didn't lose their faith in Krishna. That was the most important thing. 12 years of exile, Krishna came himself to protect them many times, especially at the time when Durvasa Muni came and Krishna protected the Pandavas. And when they were in incognito, of course, Vidurji was always there to protect, but everything was organized by Krishna. So the only thing is, for us, tests will be there, definitely will be there. Bigger and bigger tests will be there, but we don't lose our faith in Krishna. The 5 Pandavas and Draupadi, in those 13 years they were together. That means if we are in the association of devotees, association of Prabhupada through his instructions, through his books, we'll not lose faith. We'll carry on with our devotion service. And whenever Krishna wants, he can, what is called, reinstate or whatever way he wants to give us a reward. That's up to him. So further Prabhupada says, anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. The battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. But again, going by this, many people, they comment. So for Arjun to fight was perfect. For us also to fight would be perfect thing to do. So if we carry on jihad, it is okay, because your scripture also says to fight. First of all, Arjun was not going to fight or kill innocent civilians. That was not the plan. And then first Arjun had to be Krishna conscious. All the wonderful qualities are given later also, earlier also. What qualities is Krishna looking for in his devotees? Restraint, simplicity, and this, that, so many qualities are mentioned. If one has developed those qualities, one has reached the level of Krishna consciousness, means with beyond even mode of goodness, not in the mode of passion or ignorance. He was killing, he was going to fight the war. He would be in the mode beyond goodness. And then if he was fighting, because he was fighting because he was Kshatriya, warrior. So the instruction of killing is, first of all, not for Brahmins, Shudras, or Vaishyas, only for Kshatriyas. Fight in a dharma war, not killing innocent civilians, those who are in the battlefield, and develop all those qualities. And further, Krishna also says, fight thinking of me, a fight as a service to me. then that is a dharma yuddha. Then that fighting is approved. And then it is not fighting, it's bhakti, it's devotion service. It is spiritual. So we cannot compare with the instructions given to Arjun, and we think that now that's also speculation. We think we are following the word of God by killing just innocent civilians. Huge difference, huge. So cannot compare. So that is why, in 4th chapter, Krishna has said, approach a bona fide spiritual master, serve him, then and humbly ask questions, and he can reveal the truth. So not just approaching anybody and whatever he says, oh, that is the word of God, and we should start bombing everywhere, thinking I'm going to go to heaven. No way. No way. Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratham cha Makaranam tathanyanapi Yodaviran Maya hatansvam jahi mavyatishtham yudhyasva jetasi rane sapatnam. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadrath, Karna and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in the battle. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of God, but he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of a spiritual master. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by his mercy, and the plans of the devotees are as good as his plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. So he is clearly saying, just everybody, all these warriors will be killed, so just fight. They're already dead, because this is how Krishna has planned. So the important thing is one has to understand the plans of the Lord. And how does one understand the plans of Krishna? So the plans will be revealed to a devotee depending upon his surrender, depending upon his purity. They will be revealed. Not that we have to speculate on anything. We just admit our incapability of understanding Krishna's plans and work on our purification. Krishna will reveal the plans. And for a devotee, he is always his well-wisher. He is not going to do anything to make his devotee suffer. And here he says the plans of the devotees are as good as his plans. So this is also true, that if a devotee plans something or says something, and depending upon his purification, how advanced he is, Krishna will fulfill the words of his devotees. Just like we are reading Prabhupada Lilamrita, and when he was in Bombay, he passed by this land in Juhu. Juhu, I'm sure Mataji would know. Bombay, I don't know much. That time, in 60s, Juhu wasn't a very developed area. And somehow Prabhupada was passing by that land, and he just had a desire. Krishna, if I ever get a chance, I'll build a magnificent temple here for you. And then he just left. Years and years later, Prabhupada came back to Bombay. Now ISKCON was established. He had money, and somehow that property in Juhu was still vacant. I mean, somebody owned it, but nothing was constructed on it. And then there was a big fight, legal battle to have that property. And ultimately, Prabhupada got that property and built this Radha Rasvihari temple. So even the thought of Prabhupada, the desire of Prabhupada was fulfilled by Krishna. But Prabhupada is at that level of surrender of his of devotion. First, devotees, they understand the plans of the Lord, and Lord also understands their plans. And if it is worthwhile, he'll fulfill those plans. So one should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. Text 35. And just imagine now the situation of Dhritarashtra. Of course, he is hearing after the 9 days of war, but Sanjay hasn't told him what happened in those first 9 days. He's first going with the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and now Dhritarashtra must be thinking, Krishna has already said, these warriors are destroyed by me. Nobody is going to go alive except you, Pandavas. What would be the situation with Dhritarashtra? Oh my God, I've already lost this war. Sanjay Uvacha, Etat Shrutva Vachanam Keshavasya, Kritanjaliraveva Mana Kiriti, Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam, Sagad Gadam Bhita Bhita Pranamyam. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjun offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. As we have already explained, because of the situation created by the universal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjun became bewildered in wonder. Thus he began to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna again and again. And with faltering voice, he began to pray, not as a friend, but as a devotee in wonder. I mean, he was already, oh my gosh. First, he was afraid of seeing the universal form, and now what Krishna said, obviously the person is not going to remember Sakha Krishna. Now he's paying obeisances. Arjuna Vacha, Sthane Rishikesh Tav Prakirtya, Jagat Prahashyanti, Anurajyate Cha, Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti, Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangham. Arjun said, Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. So when Krishna says, Kalu Asmi, time I have come here to destroy everything. So it's what is imperative is we understand Krishna and serve before he comes and just destroys everything, kills everybody. But being demoniac, people don't understand his position. And then they cry, why God, why did you do this? And Krishna is not just going to come as the Supreme Lord himself. He can send any of his energies. It could be earthquake, it could be flooding, it could be any other natural disturbance. It could be like he sent a few years back, coronavirus, killed so many people all over. And the whole world came to a standstill. because of one small virus. And problem is we don't learn our lesson. We think that vaccination saved us or whatever saved us. No. If Krishna can kill, Krishna can also save. Or Krishna can withhold his forces so that we learn our lesson and work accordingly, live accordingly. That's all. Now there is so much of flooding everywhere. So many people have died, even in America. The amount of destruction that has happened, it's amazing. And now looks like the situation is becoming like we might get into World War III. And war is not for peace. War means killing, wholesale killing. All Krishna wants is just become a devotee, come back to the spiritual world. That's all. But no, we want to remain here. We want to be the controller, proprietor, enjoyer of everything. And if somebody comes in the way, then I'm going to kill him. That will come in 16th chapter, divine and demonic natures. The problem is even if we take up some property or take some asset, how long are we going to enjoy it? Kali Yuga, hardly anybody lives for 100 years anyway. How long we can enjoy? 30, 40 years? And then what? First there will be death, and then there will be so much of attachment to the things that we own. So the next life, because if we haven't improved our consciousness, we'll go down in the lower species of life and then attach to those things. Just like Prabhupada said, if somebody wants to be born in White House as president of USA, born or be in the White House as president of USA. Okay, your desire is there, but your karma is not there for you to be president, so you will become a cockroach in White House. You can become a cockroach or maybe a dog or something. So the desire was to be in the White House, but karma didn't support it as president. So what's the real gain in this if I'm born as a cockroach in White House? Big deal. So the point is not to develop any other desires except service of Krishna. Not to do anything except serving Krishna. Yes, we have to do a job, a business, to make money, to earn a living so we can live comfortably. That is fine. But the goal, the purpose should not be anything but to serve Krishna. Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of the battle of Kurukshetra, became enlightened. And as a great devotee and friend of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that everything done by Krishna is quite fit. Arjuna confirmed that Krishna is the maintainer and the object of worship for the devotees and the destroyer of the undesirables. His actions are equally good for all. Arjuna understood herein that when the battle of Kurukshetra was being concluded, in outer space there were present many demigods, siddhas, and the intelligentsia of the higher planets, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. So it wasn't an ordinary fight. Krishna himself was there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lord, the demigods took pleasure in it. But others who were demons and atheists could not stand it when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fled. Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheists is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does is good for him. But demons, atheists, they cannot understand this. And people do argue, or असुर और नास्तिक भी तो भगवान ने बनाए हैं. No, but he made them not like atheists. Yes, the soul comes from Krishna. All the ingredients for the bodies, material bodies, come from Krishna. But the desire doesn't come from Krishna. This is our desire, to be devotee or to be demon, or to be an atheist. And then Krishna helps in making those desires stronger. He helps, whatever you desire. He's sitting as Paramatma in our hearts. So it's up to us how we want to change or intensify those desires. It's all up to us. And then based on the desires, we'll do our activities, and then based on those activities, we'll get the reactions. And then those reactions make us desire more, maybe away from Krishna or towards Krishna. And Krishna will try to help us in those desires. It's up to us. Kasmat chetanare Namarin Mahatman Gariyase Brahmano Apiyadi Kartre Ananta Devesha Jagan Nivasa Tvam Aksharam Sattat Param Yat. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, Jagan Nivasa. You are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. By this offering of obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all-pervading and he is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma, which means that he is most magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord. And Devesh means that he is a controller of all demigods. Deva Isha. Isha means controller of all the Devas and is above them all. He is the shelter of the whole universe. Arjuna also thought that it was befitting that all the perfect living entities and powerful demigods offer their respectful obeisances unto him, because no one is greater than him. Arjuna especially mentions that Krishna is greater than Brahma because Brahma is created by him. Brahma is born out of the lotus stem grown from the navel in the abdomen of Garbhodaksha and Vishnu, who is Krishna's plenary expansion. Therefore, Brahma and Lord Shiva, who is born of Brahma, and all other demigods must offer their respectful obeisances to Krishna. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Lord is respected by Lord Shiva and Brahma and similar other demigods. The word Aksharam is very significant because this material creation is subject to destruction. But the Lord is above this material creation. So his Akshara means he's not going to be destroyed. He is the cause of all causes, and being so, he is superior to all the conditioned souls within this material nature, as well as the material cosmic manifestation itself. He is superior. He is therefore the all-great supreme. So he is transcendental to this material manifestation. So we should not, people, they make mistake when they think, oh, Krishna is part of this creation, or the ultimate is Brahm and some deformation happened in the Brahm and then Krishna appeared. No such nonsense things. Krishna is the source of everything and is definitely beyond this material creation. Aksharam is not going to be destroyed ever. Devesha, Mahatma, Ananta, so many glorified words are spoken by Arjuna. And further also he'll speak much more. Okay, I guess we can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments?
Wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice class.
Thank you, Mata. Chalo, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.